Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Junkman, coming back at you with a whole new video. So let's go back to 1977. Star Wars was a huge hit, taking everyone by surprise, including the toy company Kenner, who got the right to make the Star Wars toys. There was no way they were going to get Star Wars toys on the market by Christmas 1977, except for a few items like puzzles, coloring books, some other toys that would rename and select with a Star Wars logo on it. Really easy stuff. But they came up with a lot of stuff they wanted to release in 1978. And we're not just talking about action figures. Kenner made more than just action figures. Of course, they made a Han Solo pistol. We all love that one. They made games and lots more. And one thing they had in mind to make was a walkie-talkie. If you ask me, a Star Wars walkie-talkie was a great thing to come up with. If it was maybe some kind of communicator that looked like a stormtrooper or a rebel soldier would have had it. Or maybe that little comlink that they use on the Death Star. But no, Kenner didn't want to go that route. They didn't even want to make it look like a stormtrooper. So what did Kenner decide to make with the Star Wars walkie-talkie? Kenner planned to release a walkie-talkie shaped like C-3PO's head. Again, I'm not really sure why they come up with this design of all the things Star Wars related to make into a walkie-talkie. But then again, it was the 70s, so you can't really question people's thinking. I mean, it was the 70s. I mean, these people wore fly collars and bell-bottoms in public. Kenner decided to make a C-3PO walkie-talkie. Now, the walkie-talkie never got released. I guess someone higher up in Kenner finally realized, what is this dumb thing you're making? A C-3PO that you talk into. They could at least make them different, have one that was 3PO and the other one R2. Maybe then that would have been a little different, but no. But it actually got made, but no one has been able to get their hands on the prototype of this thing, and it was last seen in the 90s. But let's go back and see what we do have. Toy collector and archivist Gus Lopez has a spec sheet that Kenner did. This is what would appear in maybe one of those Kenner catalogs. It shows a boy dressed in 70s attire, talking into his C-3PO walkie-talkie, and demonstrates how the eyes light up, how you can push the button on the thing, and the best of all, the C-3PO walkie-talkie would have clipped onto your belt. And the ugly fat-faced kid on this spec sheet is talking to another kid, but they're both dressed exactly the same, in a white turtleneck. I don't know why, but I do give Kenner the credit. These two kids are standing right next to each other talking into this walkie-talkie. And if you had a walkie-talkie in the 70s, you know you had to stand back to back with your friend if you were going to hear them. Well, Gus Lopez not only has this spec sheet from Kenner, he also has Kenner designer notes, which give more detail in the making of the 3PO walkie-talkie. And he even has 2 blueprints. Now, he has all these things framed and it looks very nice. But you know what Gus Lopez or even Steven Sansweet doesn't have? The actual walkie-talkie. Now, there was a prototype done, a wooden one, kind of to give the designers work to work with. So we have in collectors' hands the wooden prototype, the spec sheet, the blueprints, the Kenner designer notes. But what we don't have is the actual C-3PO walkie-talkie. Now, I know what you're thinking. This thing was probably made in 1977, 1978, and thrown in the trash once Kenner designed to cancel the whole plan. And that's what many of us thought for years and years. That was until September 1990. In that month's issue of Toy Shop magazine, the almost eBay of his day, Doug Cochran from Tampa, Florida, put an ad up of prototypes and other rare Star Wars items for sale. And right there in the ad for sale was the prototype C-3PO walkie-talkie by Kenner in the box. And according to him, mint in the box. There was no price listing, it just said call for price. But this was it, the prototype of the C-3PO walkie-talkie. Who bought it? Did they sell it? What happened to it? No one knows. This thing has never been seen since then. In fact, this was the only time outside of Kenner that this thing was ever seen. So I'm calling for all of you to share this video. Ask your friends. Let's find the Kenner prototype of the C-3PO walkie-talkie. If you know Doug Cochran from Tampa, Florida, maybe you can contact him and find out, does he still have it? Did he sell it? If so, who did he sell it to? Do you know who bought this thing? Do you have it? Who knows? It's out there somewhere. Somebody has this thing, and maybe it was you that bought this thing and didn't even know it was that rare. Where is it? Let's find this thing. Again, share this video. Ask around. Let's find the prototype C-3PO walkie-talkie. It doesn't deserve to be just sitting up in someone's collection. We need to see photos of it, and it needs to be on display. In fact, it belongs in a museum. Anyway, maybe tonight you can help solve a mystery. Well, until the next video, thumb up this one and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.